Get it while it's prop.
Oh man, I'm so... Wait, they can hear that. Good thing we have that disclaimer.
Gay stuff, too. I hope I get canceled.
Yeah, if you do it on this show. So we can finally kill it.
Oh, let me get on that.
Oh yeah, here, take this out. I'm gonna try not smoking during the show this week. Watch that last for like 5 minutes before I'm like, give me that.
Okay.
Alright, I got we're live. Would you start the video and swap over?
When is it going to be my turn to write a massive apology on Twitter about my tone deafness?
Here's a pair. Yeah.
You got mix coming up.
Starting the video.
Silly goose. Silly
Goose. Syllabants.
Silly
Syllabants.
Silly goose.
Sir Reginald Silly Goose of Northampton, Brookshire, Compton.
Silly goose. Silly goose. Silly goose. Where's all my silly gooses and goosettes? With your stupidity combined, I am Captain Silly Goose. Captain Silly Goose, he's a winner, and you can cook him up for dinner. 'Cause he's tasty as he's strong, and he's gonna feed you all night long. Captain Silly Goose, he's delicious. Does it show?
We're a few minutes away from show. We're about 5 minutes away from show. This is your last call. Last call to bail from show.
Last call.
Women and innocence first.
Yeah,
Guilty children
be advised.
to the rear.
Your gun will become inoperable in 5 minutes. Please kill yourself now. Thank you for choosing death. We know you have a choice when it comes to ending your life, and we here at Death thank you.
Marginally exceptional, apparently.
We here at Death put a lot of thought into how can we make death work for the customer. That's the company where that suicide salesman works. Remember the guy that works at the suicide hotline, but he calls you and attempts to like sell you into killing yourself?
Yeah, I always imagine it like a big factory, even though it's a call center job. There's like a conveyor belt going by, even though he's just making phone calls.
Somebody does kill themselves, they get to like hang up the phone and ring the bell. I got one!
Ding, ding, ding.
got another gold star on the board for Jim Bob.
For some reason, a lot of Metallica videos have been showing up in my YouTube feed, but not like music videos, like Lars Sucks videos.
I was gonna say, well, it's just the Google algorithm picking up on you wanting to kill yourself all the time, so it's just trying to help motivate you with more Metallica videos.
I'm just glad to find out I'm not the only one that thinks Lars sucks.
Did you see that video of him trying to do the mocap for the Guitar Hero game?
I saw it in my feed, but I didn't watch it.
He can't even play his fake drums.
God,
Like they have
he can't play the real ones either. Oh man, I gotta watch that. Yeah,
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
They had to call in a stunt drummer. He's the best stunt drummer in the business. He once drummed all the way across the Grand Canyon. Really good. It's racist. The thing. You guys, I think the thing, guys.
Greetings, you silly goose! It is time for the show and broadcasting live. It is your host, Dr. Fox!
Welcome to Time for the Show, episode, I don't know, we got a big, exciting one for you, thanks to Flux Rutenberg on the stick with us. And Aster 6 working on getting those ending of the show bits ready for us at the end for my favorite part of the show. Joining us via Hypercom, it's the one, it's the only truly fit chili. How you doing?
Hey.
You made it. We've been able to turn it around. You know, for every week we're never able to see Peas, so we won't see Peas at all. Peas had very important things to do tonight. He had to, file his taxes, which we all know he needs to do ever since he got audited by the IRS a few years ago. Oddly enough, while all of that was going down, he somehow got like a new van and like
a Jeep
and a Jeep.
Right? Huh.
Like I feel like he like traded that Jeep in and got a better Jeep. It's like he had like multiple cars that he was going through during this audit and everything like that. But that's besides the point. It's my favorite part of the show. Cube News, where all the news is fit to cube. And I forget which card that is. What are we doing? Time for the show. Your weekly Subgenius Hypercube Radio Ministry update. Here at Hypercube, we've been, I'll put up in air quotes, hard at work, behind the scenes, putting together your favorite end-of-the-world apocalypse devival drill. And that is X-Day 2021. I don't know which year it is, because they can never say what year it is. So this was either supposed to be the 24th or the 26th year of X-Days. And so we just went by that grandiose old Subgenius staying philosophy of why not both? And we combined 24 and 26 together. We're doing 25 in 2021. The amount of Roman numerals, and plus it's X Day, so I can't even tell you how many X's there are in the URLs to find this information at. So be sure to sign up because we, as of tomorrow, we're 45 days out. I don't want to do this. Do you guys want to do this anymore?
Yeah.
You guys want to do it?
What else are we going to do?
So hard.
It's only after 4th of July.
Yeah, it's only 47 days away.
Like there's people
If we
saying
call
that,
it off, can I keep the inflatable cocks?
I don't know. Can you? You're gonna be responsible for all the filing on that. I can't say you're ever gonna get anything back on them. But yeah, they're yours. They're yours to keep.
You're definitely not going to get the deposit back. But I mean that's if you do intend to use them.
It's too bad because for everybody else, because there was going to be inflatable cock wrestling at X Day, but now since we're calling it off, I guess that's not going to happen.
No.
Full size inflatable penis costumes going at it within a circle, fight to the death.
That sounds
Best
enticing.
2 out of 3 win.
Maybe I was just a little harsh there. Maybe I was just overwhelmed with the burden of putting on the world's greatest fiasco. But yeah, inflatable cock wrestling does sound like it's gonna be the premier event.
It's going to be a hoot.
No other. Plus, all the of all the people coming, like half of the people coming are coming to perform.
Yeah, there's a lot of coming.
There's so
Going
much
on
of it.
There's quite a bit.
It's like a Golden Corral triple tiered cum fountain.
A come do, if you will.
Come do.
Come do.
Come
indeed,
don't.
Indeed.
Yeah, you get your corn dogs all up and on there. Everybody's
Big
a winner.
beef teppanyaki sticks. That's what the kids want at the shows. That's what's been up in my YouTube feed recently. Everybody loves cum. Don't even have to ask for it. Just shows up. What's your favorite YouTube suggestion this week, Fid? Oh, and he's dead. So we'll move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had like cool stuff in the background to do.
Yeah.
For Cube News.
Like what?
But I'd like to remind everybody that when you come to X Day, maybe this is something that I just wasn't caring anything about. But I want to show this guy off again. And see, if we don't have X Day, then I just get to hang on to all of this cool stuff.
But like what?
But
cool
like
stuff
this cool
is
stuff
there?
that you would want.
Oh, that's
like
pretty
this,
damn
like
cool.
this totally dope creature from the Slack Lagoon, floating Dobbs head, and that's from Sick Rick Masks. See, I'll hold up the sign this time so you can see how it's spelled. If you wanted to get your own Dobbs head mask, then you would go to sickrickmasks.com. Because Peas did spell it the right way, I believe, one time or the other that we've had on here. But yeah, Sick Rick is a really cool guy. I'm glad I came up with the idea to ask him for this mask, and he was gracious enough to give it to us. So remember, if you want to get your creature from the Slack Lagoon Dobbs head mask, you have to come to X Day and you have to win it in the Bulldada auction, which is gonna have a lot of cool, nifty crap. And Dr. How's gonna be there, and he's gonna do an Ask Dr. How.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I'd like to figure out a way that we could get questions in from online, along with their PayPal donations, because you gotta pimp Dr. How. He needs some love. He needs that love. He needs that cold cash slack infusion from sickbrickmasks.com. But yeah, 45 days away, and all the beer you can drink from our beer sponsor. There's going to be so much beer at X Day.
Oh, man.
So don't forget, free beer at X Day and your opportunity to meet your friends and win fabulous prizes, and avoid eternal dismemberment in a void of slacklessness.
Yeah.
Do it. You owe it to yourself, you goober.
I believe the proper term is silly goose.
Are we appropriate? I feel like we'd be appropriating that.
From who?
The culture. Which brings me to my favorite time of the show. Is Finn still there?
Yeah, Fitz here.
I can't hear him.
Am I?
I have no idea.
Am I?
Are you? What's your favorite part about X Day, Fid? Other than sumo cock wrestling and free beer and cool prizes.
The weird dreams that I have when I'm asleep and people are fucking in the tent next to me. Because your brain turns that into something.
It's like a theme park ride.
Yeah.
Don't go to Disney World. Come sleep in a tent at X Day. All right, we got a couple of letters for the show this week. All right, what we got here? Dear show, where do my dentures go at night whilst I dream? And that's from Rosy Cheeks of Actual Grief, Nebraska. Where do my dentures go at night whilst I dream? See, we needed Peas here for this one this week.
Yeah.
Fid, do you know where my dentures go at night whilst I dream?
I tend to not like people that have dentures and use the term whilst, because it sounds really weird when the paradent starts to wear off and they do that little ST sound at the end, and it's that little whistle, that shit. I wish I could make that noise. I'm gonna say go fuck yourself, Rosie.
Yeah.
Stop making that creepy whistling noise when you talk. Don't use words that end in ST if you're gonna wear dentures. Seriously. It's disgusting. It's despicable. It's offensive. And really, I hope your dentures kill you in your sleep.
Whoa. Do you feel that way about everybody who wears dentures? Even peas?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like I don't discriminate. You know,
Oh. You shouldn't.
Peas is pretty good about that. He tends to have a nice layer of resin that hold his dentures in nice and tight.
Yes.
A natural adhesive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whenever I feel that my teeth are starting to get loose from lack of care, I just smoke like 2 or 3 cigarettes to get the resin to just kind of keep them glued in.
Yeah, you don't go to the dentist. You know, plaque is what keeps your teeth in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do we got here? Dear show, which way will the bear run? And that's from Dixie Normus of Lude, Indiana.
Left.
Towards your tight little asshole, because I hope you don't have any plans for the next 7 years. That's a rape bear.
Well, what kind?
And don't say how do you know it's a rape bear? They're all rape bears.
That's not an assumption. And it's not painting with a broad brush.
That's bear-phobic.
It's bear. The Church of the Subgenius and the bear phobia needs to be addressed.
Yeah, it runs rampant.
We'll have bears at X Day.
We'll have black bears.
Black
too.
bears.
Yeah.
We'll be bringing a little bit of culture to X Day this year. All right.
And don't be afraid of them. They're pansies.
Those are pandas, so you're getting confused.
Oh yeah. We don't have those in Florida.
The bear will run towards you. All right. Dear show, what is the best way to hunt for hidden Viking treasure? And that's from Andy Capable of Hustler, Ohio.
Wait, say that again.
What is the best way to hunt for hidden Viking treasure?
Time travel.
Museum heist.
Looking in the background of angry video game nerd videos. It's
the lightning round, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
That was the
All
first
right.
one. We've made it. The show has become an entirely unstable beast, unlike ever before. That's all the written material that I've got to last me.
Well,
for 30 minutes.
I normally don't prepare ever, and even this time I prepared even less than that. So
Yeah.
let's see how low we can drag this mother. Okay? Yeah.
Well,
Let's bring this thing all the way down.
So, what's the most awkward yo mama experience you've ever had when telling a yo mama joke?
An awkward experience telling a Yo Mama joke?
Yes.
I thought it'd be like an awkward experience, like, you know, when you lived out a Yo Mama joke, like when your
mom was actually fat.
totally fitting that. Oh yeah, we
She
forgot
had her
about
own
this.
zip
It's time for
code.
my favorite part of the show. Ta-da.
Oh.
She was literally playing pool with the planets.
That's rough.
Literally.
That's rough to deal with when you're such a young child.
She grabbed my cube stick. All right, so this week on What's That Drank? Last week we played and we combined Yoo-Hoo and bourbon, and we came up with the Nigerian Prince. So this week it's going to be grapefruit soda and vodka, because I am a child. And so this is the chat's homework. You guys I spilled some. Did you see that?
Why don't you put like just a little bit of hand soap on your finger and stir it? Like just a little bit.
I'd have to lead the shot for that, and that'd be unprofessional. I'd have to have the roaming camera come in. We'd have to
Look at you hiding behind your production credentials.
That's what I do.
Despicable.
You dress it up to make it look like you know what you're doing. You know? I'm not even the guy pushing the buttons anymore. I've got other guys pushing the buttons. I've got priorities here, man.
Hey, how
Here,
fast can you push those buttons, boy?
Push
Come on,
'em.
show me what you got.
What do you?
Show me what you got. Give me some speed take. Yeah, yeah, faster. Come on.
God.
I want to see those knuckles smoke. Let's go. Yeah.
Wait, which one were we on? All right.
That one?
No. That one.
Hey, Fox, how come you're dressed like a pack of gum?
Because I wanted to feel the rush of the senses. And
You're just like an '80s pack of gum.
like a fruit stripes, maybe.
It's like fruit and mint.
I wouldn't-
Is what I get from it.
I don't know. It
It's
feels a
very
little bit
minty.
more. I mean, I could give you in the dental hygiene field, maybe more like a toothpaste tube.
Yeah, you got some fresh mint there.
Ah, shit, you're right.
But there's like yellow and white, so that kind of defeats like any of the
Well,
red
no.
and the blue.
Well, fresh mint was red, white,
Because
and blue.
like this is tooth white, and this is like bleeding gum red.
Yeah, it's
does-
yellow
Everything
teeth
back
and red
then
gums.
looks like it was the result of an argument between the guy who designed the Price is Right stage and the guy who designed the paint scheme for commercial airliners. Somehow those two things came together and just designed everything in that time period.
Yeah, well, it was all by consensus. I've actually, interestingly enough, wouldn't you know? I had looked into some of this, and where like the architecture and the color theming of things had gone through the years, and at the turn of the century, everything was white tile, steel. You know, you're supposed to see that it's clean, it's visible. And it was a lot of counter service, nickel and dime stuff, cups of coffee. Like automats were popular. You know, you go put in a nickel and get a slice of pie or whatever. And then Bugs Bunny would pull out a whole nother one. And that seems like I'd like to see that come back with the way that like food service is today. Like even if you go to like McDonald's, the minimum that you would expect is just counter service. Just throw my food in a sack and throw it to me. But now they want to bring it out to you. They want to give you a number at McDonald's for you to sit at and get comfy next to the other homeless guy who's totally not using that phone charger at the same time that he's trying to charge the phone that he's watching porn on. And that's his right. That's the people's phone charger.
I mean,
But I'm not interested in full service in that capacity. And I think the idea of going in and putting your money in and getting your slice of pie out and then being able to enjoy that without any human interaction, that would be desirable. Removing humans from like the dining experience.
Well, they did do that, but just like every other good idea, they completely fucked it up by consensus. Like you were talking about earlier, we do have that. It's just called a vending machine. And you can get Pop-Tarts out of it that are made out of 30% asbestos for $1.
Yeah, and that's all
So-
you can ever find of those. Yeah, like you're in the emergency room and there's all of this food in there, and you're like, well, obviously this is a hospital. They wouldn't put food in here that's old enough to kill you. Well, maybe they would. So yeah, keep your eyes on whoever gets the sandwich out. But that was the idea was that they were serving up food for the day, and you would come through and pick it up, and you could get it to go, or you could enjoy it at like a little counter there. You'd enjoy it in its little tin, more. What are those called? Carcinogens per meal in a tin container that they would heat up and have your roasted tomatoes inside of it. They go from that stuff. They go to like the wacky theme restaurants, and that started in the late 20s and the 30s and the 40s. And restaurants would look like everything would look like the Rainforest Cafe. They were crazy themed, nutty, happy-go-lucky type restaurants, and some of that's captured in like old Looney Tunes and some of the movies. But
Yeah. Restaurant
it's-
looked like the set of Casablanca.
yeah, and that would be that, and it was a restaurant that you
Right.
would get somewhat nice meals at. And then that goes into from there into the 50s. Everything gets kind of googy and goes futuristic, and so it goes to primary colors: red, blue, and yellow. And there's a lot more streamlining in the designs. Everything is starting to look a little bit more industrial, and we approach the space age, and sharp corners and circles are kind of the accents of the age. So in the 60s, there's kind of a return to Earth feel that lasts from like the 60s through the 70s into the 80s. And so you go from the 50s, which is all wild chrome and nickel-plated bullshit and jukeboxes, to things that start looking kind of like the color palettes back in the 20s and 30s in the crazy theme restaurants. And that goes into like your classic brown, orange, yellow, bloody red palettes. Your Denny's palettes.
Earth
Yeah,
tone.
and
Earth
the
tones.
wall-to-wall carpet that's supposed to simulate like grass in your house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Everything's wood paneled, and that carried into the 80s, where we got like a big thing in postmodernism in our architecture. So it was kind of making fun of stuff in the 50s, and that boomed with like the crazy styles of shopping malls and entertainment complexes that would dominate the 80s and the 90s. And then I think we all remember what happened then. And so now everything's going through its
Frosted
other
tips.
loop. And you can see where, because they're analyzing. At first, it's what can we do to make this place more pleasing to people? And now it's evolved to, how can we convince these people that this is good? The hospitableness of it really isn't there. It's complete exploitation. And you see that when they redo fast food restaurants. If one McDonald's in town gets done over, pretty soon the other ones in the area are going to try and keep up with that. And I don't know how they pay for that, whether McDonald's pays for it or the franchisee pays for it, but they all start looking more uniform, and they're introducing steel and concrete and exposed wood.
Yeah, more neutral aesthetics.
Yeah. The friendly McDonald's.
It pays for itself because it increases the property value. And I say that knowing nothing about how anything works.
You at least have a newer looking establishment compared to anything else in the area that still has like the remains of the Das Wiener Schnitzel on it. Did you ever see one of those with the big A-frame roof down to the ground?
Oh, yeah, those are my favorite.
Those were nuts.
The big triangle.
The
Yeah,
big, yeah,
oh,
just the
yeah,
big
yeah,
like
yeah.
big red triangles.
Yeah,
It's
there's
just
one,
a roof.
There's one right over near my parents' house. It's a Hungry Howie's. Enjoy that architecture.
But it's all con garbage. It's all manipulated. It's designed to lure you in. Like all of a sudden, a nicer looking McDonald's, the same cheeseburger that you've gotten squeezed out of the tube there for the past 20 years. It's a little more satisfying this time because it's like you're up with the times. You deserved this. They're investing in you. Don't you feel better? You don't want to go to the Taco Bell that still has like the blue and pink hovering seats and the bisexual lighting. No, we don't want any of that. We need everything to look like a Starbucks. A concrete bunker lit with LED strip lighting from IKEA. That's what we need.
Yeah, keep lying to me. Keep me in the experience versus the actual product. And then you can cheapen the fuck out of the product. The bank likes it when you spend money on the building that you're paying off from them. So that's basically free,
Yeah, it's just hand over pocket. And all the new stuff that's coming out is just that. It's, you know, it's not new. It's when something reaches your market area, when somebody starts testing the waters. And that's once one comes in, they get the feeling of what is it that these idiots really like. For instance, we got a Bojangles down here a few years ago. And
love me that Bojangles.
The only thing
My favorite football player.
Any time it was busy, it was breakfast, and everybody was going by for the Bojangles chicken breakfast. That was the line down the highways. But eventually, they all shut down, despite having
the best chicken.
Like lines down the street just for breakfast. But like 3 or 4 of the locations that were here all shut down. And it was similar to that when I saw it the first time that I saw one up in Georgia. They popped up, and out of 3, only 1 survived. But with these 3, they were obviously getting business, but they all pulled out. And then we get advertisements here for Jack in the Box, but I don't know where. I've been all over the state of Florida. I don't know where we have a Jack in the Box, but we get commercials for them. And we get commercials for, Culver's. So that's just, it's the same.
Culver's here?
It's the same food over and over again. So they're taking like Bojangles deep fried backroom chicken and Culver's butter burgers, and they're dragging you out. They're doing like what Steak and Shake did, which is hold you captive, and you're not going out to eat. You're getting a hamburger for, $4 or $5, and they're going to put all of these airs on top of it and dress it up. And it's, Steak and Shake didn't work out. Nobody wants to be reminded of a better time, so they cut across the board. And there's kooky conspiracy stuff with that too, with the Iranian investors who came in and purchased Steak and Shake and started changing the menu and the concept of what do people want when they come to Steak and Shake. As information comes through, it's just like they see you as their loyal customer, and all. But the thing is, it's like you're exclusively their loyal customer, and they don't understand why you would leave. Why have you gone? They're trying to figure out how to keep you to stay, and if they don't keep up with you enough, they could lose you. But they continue to sell the same thing over and over and over again. Just new packaging, new advertising techniques, new Happy Meal boxes and toys inside. That's what'll do it. Once they start doing Big Macs with Transformers toys, there'll be lines down the street. It's the same people. It's the same people.
They're all in on it, man.
Yeah, of course. They don't know that they're all in on it. They're just they're suckling the teat as the con continues to just milk this greasy nipple. Just all of this homogenized goo that they're processing into food and drinks and trendy clothes and pop music. Everyone's just dying to get it up. What's the difference between McDonald's and pop music?
The taste. One's sweet and one's not that. No. Damn it.
Ruined it. You ruined it.
Pedophiles that didn't get caught.
You ruined it.
Failure. Well, I guess it's my favorite part of the show. Woo!
Time for the song break.
Yes.
All right, what are we listening to tonight on the song break?
That's a very good question. What are we listening to?
If you bring up the playlist, I think there's a couple of tracks on there.
All right, let me check this out real quick.
So,
The Nepalese national anthem.
oh, we got that. Yeah, just play that then.
All right.
All right, we'll be right back. You're listening to Time for the Show. Lucky you. We're back. You're watching Time for the Show on youtube.com/hypercubego and broadcasting live on freethinkradio.com, where we can say all of the dirty things that YouTube won't strike us for. It's time for my favorite part of the show, those Patreon shout-outs. So it goes to Big Bad Bob South, Brother Other, Michael Marcus, Triology Soaps, Reverend Loch Ness, Martha Artha, Trenchy, Agent Lloyd, Negative at Night, Long Dead, Scalpot, Hazel of the Windmills, Couch Sloth, Caller 23, Reverend 80, Dr. Cosmic, and Apostasy X Fenord. If you want to be like these cool, nifty dudes, then you need to go to patreon.com/hypercube and support independent farce today. And, of course, we wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't for the stern financial backing that we received from the behemoth, the bulking monster himself, Lord Ferg of Triology Soaps. So what are you waiting for? Get clean, you filthy degenerate. Pick up some fresh bars of Triology Soaps at packslack.com today. You can do that. You can do that. Before we left, we were listening to songs by TTN that are still in the experimental phase, in the writing phase. Flux Rutenberg, did you have any commentary about what the audience is being subjected to?
Well, there's quite a bit going on. What we're doing right now is those were some rough mixes that we're still tweaking a bit. We're introducing more exciting and interesting new sounds. We've developed a percussion system, if you will, of various metal and wood and drums. And what happens to be going on is we take each individual sample and we run it through a live NPC. And as I'm boring you all to tears, that was a bit of a glimpse of it.
Available on everywhere, Spotify.net. All right. Esther Six, our producer in The Skies Above, has indicated to me that we have a band name for this week.
Yes.
Esther Six, what's the band name?
Okie dokie. Let me see here. Come on. My notes here where I keep all my things. Okay. This week's band is Ancient Astronauts.
Is that it? I thought it was synthetic kitten milk.
We could go with that if you want.
Okay. I got the wrong notes.
What?
I guess
I
can only deal with what I'm handed. Is synthetic kitten milk a band?
I'd have to check.
You'd have to look that one up.
I'd have to look that one up.
But
I
Ancient
don't know.
Astronauts.
That one I already did.
You've got the answer for that one.
I have the answer. It is with.
Well, why don't we talk about Ancient Astronauts for a second? Fid Chuli, Ancient Astronauts, is it a band?
It's got to be a band. I'm gonna go with Ancient Astronauts. Yes. Could be a MySpace page though, because I think that's when that show was popular. But that still counts.
Could be a live journal page. What do you say, Flux Rutenberg, Ancient Astronauts?
Ancient Astronauts. You know, I find the whole idea behind Ancient Aliens and Ancient Astronauts a bit racist. So I'm gonna go with not a band, but I do have a biased opinion, so.
Not a band because it's racist.
You know what? Let me revise my answer. I'm gonna say not only is it a band, it's a bluegrass band, and they spell ancient with the word ain't in the front.
Ancient
Astronauts.
Yeah, that's my final answer.
Kentucky Bluegrass. Flux Rutenberg, what do you say?
Oh, it's still not a band, dude. It's racist.
Not a band because it's racist?
Yeah.
Not because of Kentucky Bluegrass, though.
No. I'm fine with the genre. I'm
Aster
just saying
6
it's
can't guess
racist.
because she knows already. That would be cheating.
I know the answer.
But do I know?
Do you
know?
Do you? What do you guess?
Ancient astronauts?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's probably like 6 DJ acts out of France named Ancient Astronauts, plural, even though it's just one guy.
It's a Daft Punk cover band.
Flashing like baseball catcher symbols at Fox right now.
I can't see you. We don't have the overhead monitors installed anymore. Everything that you do has to be relayed to me through a team of Boy Scouts and flags.
In semaforeskin.
The inside foreskin? Is that what you said?
Semaforeskin.
Semaforeskin.
Was that like when you get half circumcised?
No, it's when you flap it.
Ah!
Lay it down like a truck bed.
Ah.
Unhinge it.
You-
It
do
actually
some,
it
some
acts like a
smoke signals.
spoiler. You get a little bit of lift out of it, and it helps you get your dick up.
See, I always thought of it as a place where you would store soft meats and cheeses.
Well, if you're not careful, you'll get a lot of cheese in there.
Mmm. Well, I mean, I guess that's cheaper than going to the store.
Just
Works for the French.
Oh,
There we
I'm
go.
sick.
Yeah, that made you say you brought the French into it. That'll be on our next best of cassette tape.
Oh, wee. The wee cheese.
All right, Aster 6. Dick Cheese Hotel. Is it a band?
Cheese Hotel. All right, so Ancient Astronauts is a band.
I knew it all along.
They're like some funk
French Eurohouse,
space jazz
Kentucky
band.
bluegrass remix band.
Yeah.
Do they do the
I'm bluegrass da boo dee da boo die. Bluegrass da boo dee da boo die.
Does bluegrass have mandolins?
They can. But I think they're more accustomed to the banjo.
I'm more accustomed to
What
the
about a dobro?
mandolin.
I don't What is the difference?
That dobro.
What-
Yeah, yo.
Yo, cousin.
It's like a metal guitar, I think.
A mandolin? Or
No.
a banjo?
A dobro.
A dobro.
I thought that was
No,
the
a
camera.
dobro.
I thought
A
that was like
dobro is
chicken
a,
seasoning.
Little
That's a
Debbie
dobro.
treat. My mom used to pack me a dobro in my lunch when I went to school.
Good for your teeth.
I thought that was just your homies that were in the Navy. My dough bros.
The dough bros.
My dobro's dough.
Where my dough bros at?
But my dobro's
My dough bros prefer adobo. I think it's so-so. Would you like to go to the go-go with me and my dough
As
bros?
for me, I prefer Adobe.
Like the house?
The little house that's made out of clay. Come on,
Yeah.
it's-
What was the other one?
Adobe? Adobo, Adobe,
Something
and then
about-
abode. Right?
Is that a palindrome?
Adobe or adobo?
Adobe, a dobro, and a bro. I think that's a palindrome. Check the math on that.
a dough bro and an Adobe dome bro.
I think we'll get our
Well-
scientist
Robo.
on that.
A man, a plan, a canal, Panama is a palindrome.
Hmm.
So I think that is too. Basically,
No, it's not. That's
just
not a
based on the cadence.
palindrome.
Well, the Panama one is.
Yeah, it is.
No, because there's no. Where's the other L next to the P? I'm trying to put that together. A man and a man, a plan, Panama.
A man, a plan, a canal, Panama.
That one.
Canal. That's where the L is.
Yeah. A man, a canal. now.
Rats live on no evil star.
Swap God for a janitor, rot in a jar of dog paws.
A dog,
Oh,
a
wow.
panic in a pagoda.
No lava on Avalon. No lava, no Avalon.
Did we win the Monopoly piece yet?
Did I did I win the palindrome contest?
That's the new segment?
That's my favorite segment of the show. When Fid wins the palindrome segment. I can't think of any more because I'm not thinking. I don't do that. I'd have to start pulling palindromes out of my butt, and then they would come out of my mouth because that's how they work. They're cyclical.
Step on no pets.
Cyclical.
Live on 10 Alps planet. No evil. Alright. You know what? I should have been taking notes since I'm taking P's place about what I was going to apologize for this episode, and I think I just figured out one of the things.
What, winning the palindrome contest?
Yeah, well, save it for
because you've tried too hard now.
Save it for the apology bit, guys.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Well,
How come Aster?
Well, what did you have before the show that you didn't want to bring up? I was trying to remember that. We started. That's how it always goes. We say save it for the show,
and then we forget.
And then we completely forget about it. So all of the aborted jokes pre-show.
If I ever stole money.
Oh yeah. You ever steal? Yeah, because Pease is in trouble with the IRS because he stole money. And Fid, have you ever stole money?
Yeah, Pease didn't show up because he had to do his taxes, which, I don't know, it took me 20 minutes today. I also waited till the last minute. But, oh yeah, he's doing his taxes, which is why I can't be here, which brought up the question if I had ever stolen money. And, there's a yes, there's a hard yes to that question and a soft yes to that question. So I did walk home drunk. Of like the closest thing to a highway you can actually legally walk down. Presumably had broken down on the side of the road in my drunken stupor, and this is like 9 a.m. drunk after about 18 hours of drinking, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm walking home. Fuck oh yeah. I encounter this car on the side of the road, and in my drunken state, I'm like, you know what? See if this dumbass locked his doors. Because some asshole could just come along and just jack his shit. I'm going to see if he locked his doors to see if he's stupid or not. Fair enough, the doors were unlocked. Then, I had a backpack on me with a legal pad in it. I slammed the door shut in anger that this person would be so dumb. Leave the doors unlocked on their broken down car on the side of the road. So I proceeded to spend about 20 minutes drunkenly writing a note that ended up, it started out to just be a note that I was going to put under his windshield wipers. It ended up being about like 4 pages of like this essay, this scolding essay about why you should always lock your car doors. Like I was writing, I could have just taken all your shit, right? So literally 4 pages. I tucked the thing under the windshield wipers. And then as I'm about to walk away, I'm like, well, I wonder what he's got in there. So, taking about 10 steps away from the car on my way back home. And I go back in the car. And I start poking around. What's this guy got in here? Where did he live in here? His wallet. His whole wallet with his ID and everything. When a car breaks down on the side of the road, do you... I don't know. That's kind of weird, right? It's kind of fishy. Maybe I'm getting myself in too deep. Maybe I'm getting myself involved in some kind of hit, you know?
Yeah.
But, so I figured this guy's probably dead. He's sleeping with the fishes. This was obviously a mob hit.
Were you scared?
Oh, Oh, is that
What?
that the
Who-
Well,
Reverend?
I can't hear Fid's story.
Yeah, Fid, you're breaking up.
Fid doesn't tell you that it was my car. And that's how we met.
Dude, we've lost Fid.
Like he's still
Am
there.
I good now?
Yeah, you're good now.
You're as crystal clear as ever.
And I still have that 4-page handwritten note. And that's how I met Fid Chuli. He was at my broken down car.
So, I just have to take away just a
No,
bit.
once I took like the
Yeah.
you wouldn't have the note because once I decided to steal the like $78 in cash that this guy had in his wallet, I took my note
$78.
back. It was something like that. I took the note back. I was like, I can't leave my fucking handwriting here. And I immediately called my girlfriend. It was like, bro, you gotta pick me up right now. I just stole like $80 off of this car on the side of the road. You gotta come get me. She was asleep. But yeah, came and got me. And that's the benefits of dating a heroin addict. They're never gonna question your moral interpretation.
$78!
$80 is
$80.
$80.
I'll be right there. I'll screw you out of that in no time.
Pease, did you get your taxes done?
Really,
I did. You know, here's the thing, though. For those of you that might be, like, bemused by Fid Chuli's story, we have to remember this is the same Fid Chuli that at 10 years old decided that that ball pit at McDonald's, what that really needed, that needed a good old number 2 to be done right then and there. And then got nada. It's the best Fid Chuli story ever. Now listen, I did do my taxes, but I wanted to get on show right away to tell the kids about our new spin-off series, which is Chew the Fat with Fid Chuli, where there's no speaking at all whatsoever. We
That sounds
just
like the
bring
show.
up guest bucket of fat, and whoever the guest is and Fid Chuli actually chew that type of fat and then give a detailed written report. They don't discuss it. They just give a detailed written report that Argus Fox then reads. It's going to be a hit. Netflix.
the listener has to
does
guess
3
if we're
seasons.
are we actually chewing on fat or are we
No,
mutually
you're actually
masturbating?
chewing on fat. That's the whole premise of the show.
That's up to the listener. The listener needs to decide
No,
which
it's
is
a
it.
visual thing. We're not doing it on the radio. It's going to be a weekly Netflix show. We've been hard signed to 2 seasons. We have the first 8 fats lined up. Your first guest host will be Liam Neeson. You'll say nothing to him. We'll bring out a sign that says this week's fat is pork. And then you and Liam will each take a big chunk of pork and chew on it and look at each other while you chew it the whole time. You say nothing, but you cannot break eye contact as you chew the fat. Then, when you're done, we'll have a bucket for you to spit the fat in, unless you're a swallower. Then you'll write down a detailed report about what you felt was best and what the fat imparted upon you overall. Then that'll be passed in a sealed envelope to Argus Fox, who will then read it.
But I thought you said there wasn't gonna be any voices on the show. It was just gonna be just
No,
chewing
but
the
your
fat.
voice. Don't think about it. Just your voice will be there.
I'm not
But
thinking
you'll never
about it.
be-
I'm just responding immediately.
See, that's what's gonna be funny. Is we'll see Fid and the guest, and they'll chew the fat, but they won't say anything. But we won't see you at all, and yours will be the only voice that we hear.
At the end, or are we gonna do it like Let's Play style?
No, we're good.
And I'm gonna I'm gonna narrate it over them eating,
No, this is we
like
can
Iron
do that.
Chef style.
No, I think we're just quietly admiring them chew the fat.
What
no
if
one
we had
says
like
anything.
so it's like a mukbang gangbang. Like we could do that. Like we could just get all of the fat.
Excuse me.
Just
Excuse
giant
me.
buckets of fat and
No.
just spill it all over
Wrong.
the ground, and
Wrong.
then we'll throw
It
Fid
can't be
Chuli in,
categorized.
and then we'll
It
have an
can't be
assortment of
categorized by
adult
describing-
entertainers interact with the fat.
No.
They're entertainers, Peas. They're professionals.
No, you're not listening.
Nah,
You
I'm
can't
sure
compare
you
this
that is
idea.
true.
You can't compare this idea to any other idea because this kind of cutting edge, high level shit's never been done before.
It's not inflatable cock sumo.
Mm-mm.
I'm telling you,
It's not that original.
you're not Ringo starring me on this one.
Peas, this is your communism where like it's never worked before, but you think you're gonna make it work.
Yeah, Fid's already working on. Fid's behind you because he's making the theme song for the Chew the Fat show, and I'm working on my podium for me to read everything from. We're just waiting on you to do the rest of everything.
Well, I just came up with this bit. I think that's quite a bit for this.
I know you just came up with it. That was the last bit that you sent me to the bit pool, which you know usually from the bit pool we digest, but you were happy with this one.
I'm very pleased with it. I got a whole set vision and everything.
There should be a bit on this show called Quite a Bit, where Peas brings up a really bad idea for a show.
We could just Peas brings up an idea.
All right, time for my favorite part of the show, Quite a Bit, starring Peas. Peas, why don't you give us quite a bit?
Well, I tried to do that with the Chew the Fat with Fid Chuli, which I thought was pretty good. But here's another one.
Why did you need the whole show off to do your taxes, Peas?
Fox's Funny Follies. And we'll put Fox in amusing anecdotes like asking for aspirin at Burger King.
That was a funny. I remember that. That was pretty good.
Do they have bicycles at Hertz Rent-A-Car?
Surprisingly, yes.
And we'll put Fox in those situations and we'll see what happens. And we could do Rutenberg's.
Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruities.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
where.
there you go.
Yeah, I
That's
just make
good.
salads.
And toss them.
Oh, there's a whole lot of tossing going on.
What's your favorite salad to toss, Peas?
Oh, look, I look fat in this. I don't like it.
You know why, right?
Peas, why did you wait until the last minute to do your taxes?
I didn't know I was supposed to do them until now.
Yeah, but as Fid
But you knew
said,
you had to do them today.
It took Fid like
Yeah.
20 minutes. He was able to come.
You texted me at like 7 in the morning.
Wow.
Saying, Dr.
day.
Fox, I need another day off from doing the show so I can do my taxes.
Right.
And I told you immediately no.
No,
and-
you know, you hurt my feels a little bit, but here's the thing.
How did I hurt your feels?
I never
You
got
got a free week off last week.
Yeah, but
You got a
know,
night off, and you know what you could have done on your night off?
Done your taxes.
Could have totally done your taxes.
No, I call into question the whole COVID relation. I try to be nice about it because you guys threw the COVID card down, and you know, I didn't know what to say about that. But I suspect it was bullshit. That's
Which
what I'm
one?
thinking. The COVID card. That's what I'm thinking.
For what? Last week's show?
Yeah.
No,
No.
Rutenberg called out. He got McVaccinated.
I got my microchip, and guess what?
He's got his mind control syrup in.
And I now have an upgrade. I can speak Mandarin.
And you know what? Thank God it's Bill Gates putting it in there. If it was Tim Cook, it would be insane.
You'd actually have to pay for it.
Be listening to YouTube in your head all day.
Terrible.
Oh my God.
Well, I guess it's time for P's apologies.
Yeah, Fid, did you want to do Peace's apologies?
Yeah.
I was. Peas, apologize for doing the palindrome game. Is he frozen?
Yeah.
No, he just logs out whenever he likes to tell me that I'm making him feel bad and that I'm hurting his feelings.
And that I didn't.
And then when I
get
address those
vaccinated.
things, he logs out. So I have to sit here and be all sad and angsty. But I'm not going to do it anymore because I'm on to his game.
Yep.
All right, well,
Here it goes.
forgive me, show, for I have sinned. I had impure thoughts about the bass player from Steel Panther until I realized he was a dude. He looked like a chick at the time. I was drunk. My eyes were blurry. I did not masturbate to completion, so I don't think it counts. So you know what? Given that, I rescind my apology. I also apologize that Is It a Band ended in a tie, because that's kind of anticlimactic. Once again, following the theme of not going to completion. I apologize that I was able to do my taxes so quickly today and Pease wasn't.
Nice, that's a good one. You're raking on me. My battery died on my iPad.
Well, all right, go ahead, take it away, Pease.
No, I feel bad, but I don't, because here's the thing. It's not just my tax day. It's not just my tax day. A lot of Americans had taxes today, and I thought perhaps the seriousness of the fiscal nature of the future of this country might necessitate a delay in me perhaps attending the show, which of course it did, because it took me literally hours to do my taxes. They're very complicated, but
Because you stole money.
I'm Pease, and I'm apologizing that I'm such a bootlicker that I actually pay my taxes. I'm sorry for being such a pussy in the face of the government.
I guess my other big regret and apology is that I'm not there to run my fingers through Fid Chuli's luscious beard right after he's participating in a show of Chew the Fat with Fid Chuli, which I'm sure we're going to perform in its entirety at X Day. Did you guys talk about X Day during the show? I didn't hear you talk about it at all.
No, we didn't bring it up.
Fuckers. That's some lazy shit, dude.
Oh, okay.
All right. Anybody got anything else for the kids tonight?
No, not gonna say it.
Well, my name's
This was
Dr.
the.
What? Go ahead, Fid.
What's your name?
What's your
Who
name?
the fuck are you?
I'm Dr. Fox
My-
on Hypercube Labs. You've been listening to Time for the Show, a production of Hypercube Labs. You can go to hypercubego.com, find out more, subscribe to the show, timefortheshow.com, go to patreon.com/hypercube. Hit sign up for the Patreon. That's how it works. Send money to hypercube.com. On behalf of everybody in the studio, producer Astro Six, Flux Rutenberg on the stick, Fid Chuli, and Reverend Peace on the Hypercom. Thanks for sticking by, everybody. We'll see you next time on freethinkradio.com, youtube.com/hypercube. Go! Put the end screen up.
Oh,
Fuck.
oh, yeah, that one.
Fuck.